What's going on, guys? Apathetic here, and so we're doing another Titan movement type video. So I did a Warlock 101 video for movement. I got a couple people asking me for Titan to do one, so that's what we're gonna do today. So jumping really quick in terms of my build, I don't really have anything I'm really focused on. Like generally I like to focus on mobility and recovery. I've talked about this in the past, having more mobility so I can move or skate around faster and slide farther, and recovery so that way I can get back into fights faster and get my health back quicker. As far as our jump, we're going to be using strafe lift. I'm going to be talking about two things really today, with a couple other things. Is one, talking about strafe lift and how to use that to skate effectively, using shoulder charge to get out of bad situations and change directions very quickly, and then talking about how to use bottom tree striker to dodge when you're in your super, and then lastly the importance of sliding and cover, which I also talk about a little bit in my Warlock video. So jumping right in, we want to make sure we use strafe lift. 1000% allows us to stay as horizontal as possible without floating around too much. And it's a very similar concept to Warlock skate. So you might be able to hear my keyboard in the back, but basically your jump, double tap, jump, double tap. And you want to time it with the arc of your jump. So I don't want to double tap at the top of my jump because I'm just going to float up. See that? So I get to the top of my jump, double tap, and it'll bring me back down. But if I am coming down and I double tap or just tap once, I'll stay more horizontal. But if I just tap once when I'm jumping at the peak of my jump, I'm gonna float up. And that's a mistake a lot of people make when they're fighting. They're like shooting, and they go to like skate and they like double tap on accident, and they just like end up going like this, and then you're super easy to kill this guy. So you want to just make sure you jump, double tap, jump, double tap. You can like tap really 4 times and get a little bit extra boost, kind of get around. And I don't use any keybind. This is me just pressing my spacebar. So if you're on PC and you want to use a keybind, you can do that as well. Obviously, if you're on console, you're not gonna be able to do that. But I don't like the idea of having a keybind for my skate. I can skate around just fine. I feel like I'm much more control of my movement. I've tried doing the keybind for Titan and I really didn't enjoy it. So really quick, once again, you're just gonna double tap and make sure you're doing that as you're coming down your jump. One thing I do like about strafe lift and just Titan jump is in general is when you double tap, depending where you are in your lift, you can really like use that to move up and down faster. Versus Warlock, if you accidentally mess up your skate, you're literally just gonna float in the air like really slowly. Versus Titan, they have a little more mobility to it, a little more mobility, which I like. I think I prefer actually the Titan's movement. It's pretty close actually. I'm not gonna say I prefer it more than Warlock, but it's very similar compared to at least Hunter. Hunter is like obviously very different. Moving on, let's talk about shoulder charge. So for me guys, shoulder charge, I honestly don't use it very often. I mainly use shoulder charge when I do use shoulder charge, I use it to get around. I found when people focus on using it to like get kills, that's where you just become this guy that's just like holding W, trying to get at someone, and you're just trying to get them, and you know, you end up getting either trading or just getting killed before you can get it off. So what I'm about to show you is going to apply only to PC. I guess it could work on console if your sensitivity is high enough, but that's the ability to get out of bad situations. So when we're in a bad situation, what I mean is I'm running out here, I see some guys on my radar, and I'm like, oh crap, there's 2, boom, and I'm gone. And obviously the ability to turn around like this very quickly is going to be more easier to do on PC. So again, this is where I use shoulder charge to really get around or get away. So I'm using it to just get out of bad situations. So I'll turn this corner, see heavy, oh nope, too many guys, boom, back. Occasionally I'll use it to kill people, but again, I usually mainly use it to get around and get out of bad situations, get back from around corners, or get around a corner faster. So if I'm running from like a super or something, then we just keep going. So that's how I mainly use shoulder charge. Again, I don't like to use it just to like be my main focus on my playstyle. I use it to enhance my movement on Titan, not again take over my whole playstyle. Moving on, we're gonna start talking about bottom tree striker. I already know you guys are thinking, oh my god, Apple, what could you possibly show me? This is already so broken. Like all you do is pop it and you just go to town, and that's true. That's true, but I'm gonna show you how to stay alive even longer and kill people in golden gun, or when a whole team is kind of like aimed down sights at you and they know you're coming. That's when I feel like the super gets killed a lot, because people will just do this, pop it, and then they just run and they just go like this, and then, you know, maybe they'll kill a couple guys and eventually they get killed out of it. And honestly, you could probably do that, and 7 out of 10 times it'll work. I'm gonna show you though a way that I've personally, you know, say there's 3 or 4 guys here, they're all aiming at me, and I'd be able to pop my super, get out and kill them all without getting killed out of my super. Or there's a guy with a golden gun and I've been able to make him miss all his shots. So there's 2 factors of this. One, using the super, the left click or the normal attack to dodge, but also 2, the latency that's inherently involved in Destiny. So because it's peer-to-peer, when you do that dodge in game to other people, you're gonna be like kind of bouncing all over the place. It's really, really hard to hit a bottom tree striker in the super when they're dodging, because they kind of like snap around everywhere. And that's just kind of the reality of playing Destiny PvP, and that it's not dedicated servers. So it may look like it's easy to kill me when I'm using it from my point of view, but from someone else's point of view, it's very, very hard to hit a bottom tree striker when they're doing that dodge. So what you're gonna see me do is I'm gonna pop my super, and you could probably do this on console. It might be a little bit harder, but again, if you're playing a high enough sensitivity on console, you would be able to do it. On PC, because you have a mouse, obviously it's very easy. But basically, what you're gonna see me do is pop my super, and you're gonna see me just bobbing and weaving left to right using that dodge. And you'll see it's almost disorienting just being in the super. So imagine how it is when you're someone trying to shoot. So we're gonna go ahead and pop our super, and this is what I'm talking about. So you're running, and I'm just going side to side to close the gap. And as you're doing that, you're kind of getting away, and you're just making it much harder to aim. And that is one of my favorite things to do in this super, is using that bob and weave left to right to really make people miss their shots. And you're closing the gap as you do it. So as you pick off one, you get your health back. And the good thing is, because it is health regeneration, not like instant health, typically by the time you hit someone, you've taken less damage because people are having such a hard time hitting you. Okay, and I'll show you one more time, kind of going with like a little bit more of the map in the way. So you pop it, and obviously you have cover here. You can just go around and just dodge like crazy. Because it lasts so long, you don't have to worry about how much you're clicking it, because you're gonna be getting kills and just, you know, extending the life of your super and taking as little damage as possible, because again, like I said, it is health regeneration. So if you get team shot a little bit too much, even if you kill one guy, you might not be able to get enough health back to make a difference and keep you alive. Cool. So last tip for my Titan movement here is going to be importance of sliding and cover. And this is something I talked about in my Warlock video as well. And that's, you don't always want to be skating. So like, I'm not a big fan of ever like skating around a corner. I feel like Titans are so easy when they just do this and they come around a corner. So say you got a guy right here. Guy right here, I know he's there. And then Titans will just do this. And they come and like skate around the corner. Or they'll float and they'll do something like that. Now, for me, they're just gonna float and boom, they're midair. I can just kill them. That's why, in my opinion, sliding is way better when you start getting close. So you go, and you slide in, and you try to get like a little shot like that. You want to keep your sliding to a minimum when you're engaging your opponents. Or sorry, you're sliding. You want to keep your skating to a minimum when you're fighting your opponents. So part of sliding as well is you want to make sure you're not sliding out too far from cover. So I slide out here and literally I'm out in the open. I can easily get team shot if there's 2 guys here. What you want to do is slide out just a little bit, just right there, and I can instantly go right back in. And so you want to make sure you get really good at knowing how far you can slide. This applies, you know, to any character, and just going out like that, just enough so I can easily peek back in if there's too many opponents there. Again, if you're using shoulder charge, you can just skate out, peek, and just go back in. The other thing I'll talk about, and I talked about this with my Warlock as well, when you use your Rift, is using your class ability to kind of see around corners or get more information as you're trying to stay alive. So getting shot, you're popping your shield to stay alive. You can kind of look around the corner using that 360 view. That's something you definitely want to abuse. to make, like I said, just get as much information around the team, your enemy that's pushing you. And then make sure when you're skating, don't skate as you get closer to engagements. That's again why I see a lot of Titans get killed easily. They end up skating way too much and trying to abuse their skate, and it just makes them super easy to kill. But that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys found this helpful. These are just some of the tips and tactics I use to really go off on Titan, especially bottom tree. But again, not like I can hear you guys in the comments like, oh my god, bottom tree striker, are you kidding me? But I mean, I don't blame you. Bottom tree striker definitely needs to be adjusted. But these are the tactics I use to take really my Titan gameplay to the next level. And just some of the things I've learned as I played Titan more. I'm still maining Warlock for people that are wondering. I've just been playing on my Titan a little bit as of late. And I'm also been playing a lot on Hunter as well. So just taking a little break from Warlock to try out some other classes that I haven't done in the past. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any of your tips of your own that you like to use for Titan, whether it's on console or PC, drop in the comments below. I'm always looking to learn more ways to improve my game, and I'm sure other people looking through the comments would like to see that as well. Thanks so much for watching again. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.